Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we bring you another maximum priority build guide designed especially for beginners and mid-game players who want to build heroes efficiently, save resources, and avoid the traps that slow progression for months. And this time, we turn the spotlight to one of the most resource-friendly and universal healers in Hero Wars, Alliance, Morrigan. A healer whose entire power comes from one stat alone, and when you understand that, you unlock her full potential with almost no investment at all. Morrigan is an intelligence-based healer from the Eternity faction. She stands on the middle line and uses magic attack for every part of her kit. All her healing, all her offensive support, all her damage mitigation, it all scales directly with magic attack. This means something extremely important for players who don't have unlimited resources. The more magic attack Morrigan has, the stronger she becomes in every aspect of her role. And because her entire identity depends on that single stat, she is incredibly cheap to build when you follow the right priorities. Her main role is simple: heal the team and reduce the pressure they take. Her entire value comes from the strength of her healing numbers, and those numbers come entirely from magic attack. You do not build health first. You do not build armor. You do not build magic defense. Not at the beginning. Those stats do not increase her healing, do not make her rotations faster, and do not help her win healing races. Early survivability is something you only add later, and only if necessary. Morrigan survives not by tanking damage, but by acting quickly and keeping the team stable through powerful heals. Because everything Morrigan does is tied to magic attack, your whole early investment must go there. When you increase magic attack, you increase the strength of her heals, the speed at which your team stabilizes, and the total damage reduction her healing indirectly provides. Adding magic attack means adding more life per second to your team, and in high-pressure battles this matters far more than adding armor or raw health. So you must first maximize the stat that makes Morrigan perform her role. Once her magic attack is at a solid point and she is healing comfortably, only then you stop and look at survivability. Some heroes need extra durability to perform, Morrigan often doesn't. Many times your frontline absorbs the opening damage, and Morrigan simply needs to activate her skills quickly. If she heals fast, she survives naturally. If she doesn't heal fast enough, no amount of armor or health would save her anyway. This is why magic attack comes first, always. For skins, the logic follows the same philosophy. You focus exclusively on the skins that increase magic attack. These skins directly increase the strength of every single healing effect she produces. They also boost her offensive support and her ability to reduce incoming pressure on your allies. Only after these two magic attack skins are complete do you even consider touching any defensive skin. But magic reflection, it's a good addition too. Remember that Morrigan can reflect magic damage with this skin, also her army can do damage better too. After those you can focus on defensive skins, but they doesn't even need to be maxed, and that moment only comes if she is actually dying in your battles, not because it seems right, but because she genuinely needs it. Skin resources are incredibly rare. Many beginners waste millions of skin stones building health skins that don't increase their hero's function. Morrigan gets almost nothing from early defensive skins. Magic attack is the only path that unlocks her real power. So the order is clear: magic attack skins first, and only those. When they are fully developed, and only then, you may look at armor or magic defense to give her a touch of resilience. Artifacts follow exactly the same structure, and they are even more important. Morrigan is a healer first, a support second, and everything she does is amplified by magic attack. So her book artifact, Tome of Arcane Knowledge, is your maximum priority. It increases magic attack and also adds a decent amount of health, giving her both power and survivability at the same time. You strengthen her healing while ensuring she doesn't fall over in the first hit. For beginners, This is the perfect double value investment. Once the book is upgraded, your second priority becomes her ring artifact, the Ring of Intelligence. Intelligence increases magic attack, and just like the book, it immediately boosts her healing potential. It also slightly increases her magic defense, adding a small layer of safety, although the true value is the raw magic attack scaling behind it. Her weapon artifact contributes less to her overall identity, so it can wait for a later stage. Glyphs continue the same story. Prioritize her magic attack glyph first, because it directly increases all her healing and her support value. This is the foundation of her entire strength. If you have already upgraded her book artifact, Morrigan already has enough health to perform her main role, so you can safely skip the health glyph. Your second glyph priority becomes Intelligence, because this primary stat increases magic attack at its base level. With just these two glyphs taken to level 40, Morrigan becomes fully functional for a very small investment. Her primary stat, Intelligence, rises naturally as you level her, evolve her stars, increase her rank, and complete sparks. You never have to force this manually. The game itself increases her intelligence progressively, and because intelligence increases magic attack, her healing scales passively as she grows. This is why all beginners should focus on enhancing the stats that directly influence her scaling rather than wasting resources on defensive stats that don't meaningfully increase her performance. All of this leads us to the final result, a strong, efficient, extremely low-cost Morrigan, who performs her role perfectly without any unnecessary investment. You enhance what matters, you save your resources, and you maximize her effectiveness early. She becomes one of the cheapest and most reliable healers for beginners, especially when you pair her with Eternity heroes or use her in teams that rely on constant sustain rather than burst healing. And one hidden advantage of this minimalist approach is something longtime Guardians call a dirty build. That means the hero is built only in the areas that matter, nothing wasted, nothing padded, which often makes them perform unpredictably and far more dangerously than fully balanced heroes. Morrigan is a perfect example. When all her investment is focused on magic attack, her heals hit harder, her allies stabilize faster, and she can outperform even heavily built healers at a fraction of the cost. Everything in her build connects directly to how her skills scale. Every one of them uses magic attack. Every improvement you give her in that stat immediately reflects in her healing, her support, and her usefulness. If a skill scaled from armor penetration, you would invest there. If it scaled from crit, you would invest there. But Morrigan scales from magic attack alone, so every resource funneled into that stat produces real, noticeable impact. So Guardians, that is the maximum priority build for Morrigan, clean, efficient, deadly effective, and perfect for beginners who want to grow fast without wasting precious resources. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.